Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Heel Heat brought to you by the Sportsmark Analysts. We are here with our WrestleMania 39 predictions for both night one and night two. We are live. I am here with my usual partners in crime, Jay, Mr. Joe Douglas Turner,
Now we
the Peruvian playboy who is apparently stuck in the Matrix right now, Paul. I myself am Benny Thurman III, who just woke up, and we are joined in the most unprofessional thing I've ever seen possible by Miss Wrestling with Honey to my left. How are you doing? Thank you for joining us.
I'm doing great. I'm half asleep, but half awake, and I'm here. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me, guys.
Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Paul, are you like is Ant-Man down there with you, or like what's happening, man?
I don't know, man. I everything seems fine, but you guys tell me I'm frozen, so I don't know.
We need a.
Word, who got the glove, man?
I think he might actually be mid-snap right now too.
He just got stuck mid-snap.
Wait. I thought we were gonna go.
Nah.
I got excited. Damn.
Hold on, let me change the camera. It's probably the camera. Damn cameras.
There we go.
You know what? Let me do this.
We were right there. We had it. We almost had it, guys. We're right there.
There we go. Nope.
We're almost there. Finish line.
We're good.
Is this it? Wave. Can he wave? Wave. Nope. He's frozen. Oh yeah.
There we go.
See, here's the funny part. Y'all see me, but when I look at myself, I'm frozen. That's the funny part. But we'll go with that. If y'all see me moving around, then okay, we'll go with that.
We can see.
Welcome to the circus. That's all I can say.
Yep.
Welcome to the circus.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's always something new. All right. So today is the show of shows. And everybody's frozen for me.
Just keep talking.
No, we're good. Just go.
So this is the show of shows. This is the end and the beginning of wrestling season per WWE and Vince. This is what we all been waiting for. This is the show of shows. And then we have what we're looking at, probably the ending of the Bloodline storyline. So, yeah. What we usually do, we kind of give a prediction, like what are you looking at? So, Wrestling with Honey, what are you looking forward to in night one? Because tonight we're talking about night one.
Night one. Ugh. Night one, I don't know, because they honestly started it off really heavy, if you ask me, because there's some real hard-hitting matches already happening. Cena in Theory is definitely one I've been looking forward to for a while, because I've kind of like somewhat predicted that in my earlier podcast. And Seth and Logan, I'm very excited for, because I'm always big on Mr. Monday Night. Love Seth Rollins. He's going to destroy him. Can't wait. But I think even more than that, just a little bit more than that, I'm more excited for Rhea and Charlotte the most out of a lot of what's going on night one.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for mommy to get her reign, I think.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. Thank you. That's what I'm talking about.
Jay?
She was robbed.
Bamboozled. Hoodwinked.
Besmirched.
Dang.
But yeah, Rhea and Charlotte for sure. I'm definitely, because I love the women's matches. When I went to my first WrestleMania a couple years ago, I saw the first women's main event, and that was just impeccable. But Rhea and Charlotte is something that I've been waiting for even since Rhea started coming into the picture, since Mae Young Classic days, and they were comparing her to Charlotte, and now she's like the total like anti-hero of Charlotte. She's like her Joker to Charlotte's Batman kind of thing. Like, I love it. And she's playing it so well with Judgment Day, and she's just gonna skyrocket. I totally see it for her. She's my pick to win. Absolutely.
Okay, Jay?
Personally, it's the Dom Ray match, because I just feel like he's at that point where they just dropped on SmackDown. Sorry to ruin this for you, honey, but
I saw it. I was caught up. I'm all caught up.
Okay. Good.
caught up this morning. I woke up
They
this morning.
they dropped the
6 a.m. caught up.
LWO, so you know Ray's probably gonna come out to the old LWO theme, and I have this feeling that Dominic's gonna come out with the lowrider. Like it's just I got a feeling he's gonna drop the lowrider tonight, and I'm like, bro, I need to see it, man. I need to see it. That lowrider is gonna be like just the ring psychology for this match is going to probably be as close to Halloween Havoc Eddie versus Ray that we've seen in years. And I personally think that match and that story is going to steal the show because like as much as we want to see the bloodline stuff and I get it, we all kind of know where that's going. So I just want to see what they're going to do with the Ray and the Dom match more than anything. Every other match is cool. Like I don't know what they're going to do with the Logan Paul thing. If they have Seth take the L, I'm not with it. I'm really not with it, especially because Logan's contract's about to expire. So, like,
There's no way.
He's going to try to extort them to get more money. I'm not feeling that.
No way. There's no way.
But yeah, no, I think I'm still more excited for night 2 than I am for night 1. But like that Ray Dom match, like the psychology of that match is something we haven't seen in a long time, and it has the makings to make Dominic Mysterio an absolute megastar.
He's gonna be, regardless.
With the way the reports are now, they're gonna strap the rocket to him. So I'm waiting for it.
He's on his way, for sure.
What you thinking, Pops?
For night 1, thing I'm looking forward to the most is obviously Caleb Braxton. On the real though, on the real. KO Sammy against the Usos. Just the mere fact that, first off, like up until very, very recently, tag team wrestling has not been any kind of focus in WWE, and still it's really only the Usos that have made it like that because it's a part of the Bloodline story. But seeing them in this light, getting this much focus, and hopefully a new set of tag team championships after this. This is what's getting my blood boiling for the night. Just because of that, and this is actually going to set up the entire weekend. I know this match, to quote Sean Ross Sapp, is going to hump. And I am just waiting for it. So, like I said, when we get done here, somebody is taking their ass back to sleep to make sure that they are ready for that.
I'm just gonna snort cocaine. I'm gonna be good.
Oh my god! No,
man. If we were monetized, we wouldn't be anymore.
So, for me, it's 2 matches. It's the Mysterio match because I'm waiting to see what show they put on. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be a show. And the second one is the one that's closing the show, the Usos match. The Rhea Ripley match, I think it's gonna break my heart, and I'll go over that later on. It's annoying, but I think it will.
Listen, don't you speak that negativity.
That's what I'm saying, bro. This is
I have to get on Joe about this shit all the time. Stop it.
Okay.
Stop.
Let's get started. Let's get it started.
Man.
Like a cat, I got to spritz with water.
Let's get this show started. First match to open up the show. Come on.
Oh, who's winning?
Austin and Cena.
Oh.
All right. There we go. All right. So we'll start in order. Benny, you're first.
All right. Now, I've been sitting up here and I've been hearing everybody try to sell this idea that John Cena is going to beat Austin Theory. He's going to, do an open challenge either on night 2 or he's going to go to Raw the next night. And he's going to do an open challenge there. And then Jay White is going to show up and he's going to beat Cena for the U.S. title. I don't think you can have John Cena drop the promo that he did when he showed up and absolutely dragged Austin Theory's entire being through the mud and not have Austin Theory win this match. You want to talk about character assassination? If that is what y'all do, I don't think he will ever recover from that. So I'm going with Austin Theory because I don't think that's what they're going to do to that man.
Honey, what are you thinking?
Ugh. I mean, I'm just excited that this match is happening. Honestly, I'm about to speak highly of Cena, and that's very rare. I love Cena. I always respected Cena. Always respected his journey into where he's at. I'm gonna answer this in a way of not how I would book it, but literally how it could go one of two ways. In favor of Cena, the man was one of the reasons for the US title being so relevant. He is literally on a lot of people's, mostly kids, not mine, Mount Rushmore. He's 16-time champ. He's gold on the mic. He never misses. He ate Austin Theory up. But there's just one thing that makes me uncertain that Cena could possibly not win, because I do think Cena can win. Can he win? Absolutely. But the question is, will he? I think Theory wants it more, because the promo that he gave when he was standing alone in the arena was probably one of the best promos I've seen in a long time by somebody that young. And he's on his way. And I was just like, I remember just watching it and getting sucked into everything he said. And I was just like, wow, I actually believe you. I believe you. And you could win. Like, I think this would be the case. If they do it right, they could book Austin Theory to be a nastier heel than he already is. So maybe they might give it to Cena to let him lose, so that way they could turn him into that. I kind of want that. That's what I want. I don't want I don't want it for Cena to win. I want it just to turn Austin Theory into a bigger heel than he already is. But I kind of don't see Theory. I don't know. It could go either way, honestly. It's hard. That's hard.
Who's your pick, Theory?
But Theory's hungry for it. Theory wants it more, I think. So I would have to go with Theory. And he ate up that promo. That last promo. It was disgusting.
I think this is one of those where John is like done. Like wrestling wise, he's done. He can't do the long storylines because he has the movies, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think now he's there to put people over in a bigger way.
Yes.
Like you're saying on this one, if Theory, because I'm going with Theory, Theory beating Cena makes him a lot more relevant because of the name.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what he needs, because I think there's still a group of fans out there that see Theory as a joke, still from the NXT days, and it kind of because of what that whole selfie and gimmick he had. I think fans still see him as a joke a little bit, and I like his character now and where he's going with the gimmick. It kind of reminds me of a more ruthless legend killer.
I'm saying that's what as soon as if he loses, or even if Cena lays down for him, and like say even after he lays down for him, he just keeps beating the shit out of him just to make people feel sorry for Cena. Yeah, I could totally see Theory going the legend killer route for sure. He already is on that way.
Yeah, and I the thing is, he could do it differently than Randy did it, and it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Randy did a certain way. Theory could do it differently.
Yep.
And I could see it because then you have Mysterio there as well. So you can add another legend he kills, especially the Hall of Famer already inducted. So I could see this going around like kind of like a legend killer type of storyline for him as well. Where it's going to lead to, I don't know, because Goldberg's contract already expired. So he cannot be on that list. Even though Goldberg will probably be like, I'm not losing to him. I want the belt.
Oh,
So I'm going with theory on this one. Jay?
I'm gonna keep it real short and simple. We do this every couple of years, and every couple of years we keep having this. Well, maybe the legend will have one last run. Hollywood, Hogan, and The Rock and Cena. Now it's Cena theory. What happens every single time? The young guy goes over and he becomes a monster. It is a tale as old as time. Why are we acting like they're gonna reinvent the wheel? Come on. Not to mention, John's already halfway done shooting this movie. He probably gonna leave. That's probably why he's going first, because he's gonna hop right on a plane and go back to shooting.
You're gonna have to go
Like-
far in LA.
Yeah, I mean, like he's gonna do his match and he's gonna hop on a plane and he's gonna live his life. This is literally just because Theory started his career saying he was a John Cena fan. So they're like, we have to pay that off. And who better to do it? Like Cena did it with Taker like a couple of years ago. Like we constantly keep seeing this, and we keep thinking for our nostalgia purposes that the legends are somehow going to surprise us and win and have one last run. No. This is going to be Theory. It's going to be probably a really good match, but not as good as we're used to because John isn't as big as he used to be. So we can't take as many bumps as he used to. It's going to probably be a good match. It's going to be a solid opener, and people are going to cry about it because John Cena is not who everyone believes he is. He's not Super Cena. He is old man Cena that is going to put people over, and that is fine. He's done his job. He's pretty much sealed a Hall of Fame career. Like there's
no
nothing
longer
else for him to do.
he's no longer Goku. He's now Master Roshi.
Yeah, pretty much. Like
I like that
he'll
reference.
get the pump up and hit you with a Kamehameha every now and again, which is what that promo was. But when
Okay.
push comes to shove, he about to get drop kicked like Krillin. Like, bro, let's stop with the foolishness.
Not
It's gonna
Krillin.
be Theory. It's definitively Theory, and this is only going to be another stepping stone. I think this weekend is all about the next generation anyway.
Yeah.
It's going to be another stepping stone to possibly him losing it on Monday. Like I can see him lose it on Monday, where he does an open challenge saying that no one else can touch me, and then they debut Jay White, and then you have
And he
that
immediately
feud.
loses it.
He immediately loses it. Because again, you do the same thing that you want to do at WrestleMania, but you give him his moment, and then you make the next year about transitioning him from a mid-card megastar to your main event guy. You're Randy Orton, you're Triple H. Because to me right now, he's Dolph Ziggler, and I'm fine with that. He's Dolph when Dolph first had that world championship run, where it's like he had all the potential in the world, but like, is he the guy? Is he not the guy? You kind of see it. You want to see it, but at the same time, it's like I need a little more.
Right.
Like, yeah, he beat Seth, but again, him beating Seth has done nothing to Seth, which is like doesn't mean that it to me just means that like okay, you lost to Austin Theory, but like he's still Seth Rollins. So Theory needs to kind of graduate in a lot of ways and hand off the title to somebody who's either new in the company or someone who is transitioning from a tag star to a main event star or single star.
Mm-hmm.
And that time is going to come. Yeah, like Montez. But again, we all know Montez probably, I don't think Montez's run is going to come till 2024, 2025 anyway.
Yeah.
But they're starting to sow the seeds, and Theory's going to be a main event star by the time that happens because you need someone for the baby faces to chase. And
he's that one.
Yeah, he's that one. And all the main event guys are older guys that eventually, you got Roman about to be a part-timer. Seth will probably still be around. And then you have Cody, who's going to have this one run, maybe have another run in him before he kind of becomes a part-timer too.
Yeah.
So like all of these guys are older. You need young blood, but you got to do it right. And so far they've been doing it right. So Austin Theory, not even a question to me. It's like we've seen this already. So I'm cool watching it again, but like let's stop acting like they're gonna give us a swerve. It's not a swerve. The swerve ain't gonna come here, of all places. Like,
all right, so we got unanimous theory on this one. All right, next one. we got the
Then-
men's tag team showcase.
Oh, you couldn't find a graphic for that one, assuming people.
No, what is going on? Let's see here. Okay.
Due to some technical difficulties.
Yeah. I hope it doesn't kick me out. Jeez, I hope it doesn't kick me out.
Well, I can start off with this one. We saw Ricochet stand tall, so we know that they're not winning. we just know the way things work. They're not winning, and it doesn't make sense for them to win. They're just kind of placeholders in the tag division anyway. I could 100% see the Viking Raiders winning this because Triple H loved the War Raiders for a long time. But at the same time, if you're looking for a tag team that's going to continue to kind of give you the same level the Usos did, they're not the team. The only team that makes sense to win this and to possibly, like, say, win at TLC or Backlash, since Backlash is going to be in Puerto Rico, would be the Street Profits. They're the only team that makes sense, especially with this whole, like, Otis pivoting to Maximum Male Models thing. Like, you already know that they're coming to an end with that whole gimmick. The Viking Raiders aren't relevant enough, and they're not a strong enough tag team in terms of character versus character and connection with the fans. Like, the only group here that still has that connection has lost, been down. You see the improvement, the bodies change. They're starting to hit a different level. Is the Street Profits. Solos in the air, baby. We out here.
This one I have to agree because Braun is there for the muscle. Ricochet is there for the aerobics.
Damn.
Same thing as Otis and Gable.
You saw that, right?
Viking Raiders is literally there for power and athletic ability. I don't see anything else coming out of here. I just think it's another way to just put a good show, and I think the profit is coming off of this one. It's just quick and simple. I don't think there's much to go talk on this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm kind of. Yeah,
Jesus.
oh my lord.
Jesus Christ.
The Street Profits definitely make the most sense. They're the ones that could carry the torch for even tag team longevity. Ricochet and Braun, it's cute, but it's not going to last that long. Otis, I'm waiting for Otis. I'm kind of ready for Otis. I love Otis. Always loved Otis, and I love Alpha Academy. Period. I'm surprised that they even made it work, but I'm just strongly irked that I can't pick the Viking Raiders only because I loved them so much when they were the War Raiders and they were in NXT, and they were so good and they made an impact every freaking pay-per-view. I just feel like what they did in NXT, they still haven't touched the surface to do it on the main roster. Like, for some reason, it just hasn't happened for them. Like, it just goes nowhere for them. So I honestly hate to say it, but they're definitely not going to win it. So I see Street Profits for sure.
It's because Vince neutered them. That's exactly what it is. He neutered them like freaking.
No, it's because they turned it into the Viking Raiders. That's why they changed it.
No, the Viking
War
experience
Raiders
first. The
Hmm?
Viking
No,
experience.
Viking experience. Oh my God. Cringe.
He did literally. He did what happens when you adopt
Experience.
a fighting pit bull and just neutered them, and then called the puppy like Snuggles or something. Like, this is Snuggles. He used to fight other dogs, but now he just lays around the house. That's what he did to him.
He says Snuggles.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Oh
for
man.
sure. So
I was
I'm
up here thinking that I was wrong for picking based on agenda. Like, my agenda, like I'm going to be picking for another match, is 100% Montez Ford, because Montez Ford should win every match that he's in. So
absolutely.
Street Profits.
He's
So,
gold. He's gold. That boy good. That boy real good.
Honestly, he's a finisher away. Like, I just need a different finisher. That's it.
That boy got hops, man. Every time he does it, I don't get sick of seeing it.
I don't, but it's one of those where, like, if you're gonna like the only guy that's been able to transition to the main roster with like that kind of moveset was RVD, and it was because he was a smaller guy. If Montez is what, 6, gotta be like 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah. I'll go 6'3".
He needs a power move finisher. He needs a finisher.
Sorry, yo.
Really?
That's
Okay.
rough. That's crazy. I didn't see that coming.
Just so you guys know, they're watching Sand deliver.
Yeah, sorry, y'all. Watch Stand and Deliver. We gotta catch up. I'm not trying to miss nothing. I don't miss anything.
Nah, bro. I'm
Good,
surprised
don't worry
they
about
had
it.
a pre-show match. Like that's the biggest shock. And then they made me care about Chase U, which I've had a lot of trouble caring about them. But I love the double swerve was crazy.
About this roster, period.
True. Once they
I'm
fired
a
everybody,
black and gold girl. I'm sorry.
Oh, for life. For life.
All right, let's see. Next match. Is this gonna work now? That's my question.
Oh.
Seth Rollins and Logan Paul.
This is come on now.
Is it showing?
If this match don't go one way, bro, and they let Logan get the win at WrestleMania, like
bruh, this is a throwaway match, okay? And it's
like
a gift for his birthday. The
like
April that he is. I said it.
if they let Logan win this match, bro, like Seth Rollins might as well just quit and go to AEW and bring back Tyler Black, because this is I'm never gonna take him seriously again. Like again, this is a match that the Miz loses. Like this is not one that you have Seth Rollins take the L. You have Seth Rollins make him look good. You make him look fantastic, and you send him get his money and you send him on his way. Like you don't let a guy like that get a win here and make it so that there's even any question of can a guy come in 3 months and beat one of your most decorated superstars of probably all time. Like Seth Rollins is the best wrestler pound for pound in WWE since Shawn Michaels, and I have no issue saying that. There's no reason whatsoever that Seth Rollins should lose this match. Not to mention, and maybe this is just me being biased, you have to set up Seth versus Cody at SummerSlam. Seth losing this match makes no sense. There's no logic behind it. There's no, unless you're just trying to placate to the new fans that are going to go away after WrestleMania anyway, there's no reason for Logan Paul to even remotely, like, you're going to have a couple of near falls. He's going to do that stupid, like, hey, I'm going to have a power punch because I'm One Punch Man and I'm just a giant anime gimmick. Like, cool, you're going to let Logan get his little licks in. But let's be real. He's probably going to get canceled from WWE faster than he did from YouTube after he decided to film people dying. So, pack this man up. It was cute while it lasted. Give him his little 20 million and his little podcast with his little friends. Pack this man up. Send him on his way. Ship him back to Puerto Rico because let's face it, we all know he's a thief. Send him home. Please and thank you. I'm done.
Damn.
Yo.
First thing I want to say is
bagged.
yeah, right.
I don't like this man. I'm sorry. I don't like this man at all.
Hi, Grandma Daisy. Thank you for subscribing. And she says Seth will win this one. I agree. This is Logan Paul's last match per his contract, so he's done after this, and he should not be winning this match. He shouldn't. This is going to be a good match, kind of like what he did with Roman and I forgot who else before that one. He's going to put on a show, and that's great. But Seth has to win this one. And I get Seth will lose here and there, but you can't not have him lose to Logan Paul, especially with Logan Paul's leaving. Because at that point, he's like, oh, so he lost to Logan Paul, and he's not getting that rematch to kind of like make it into like a trio, like, 1-for-1, and then end it up. So Seth has to win this one out, call it a night, and let's go on to the next one once you guys are done. Honey, what do you think about this one?
This is the easy Seth win. Mr. Monday Night all day. Monday Night all day. Mr. Monday Night. That's my man. Love him. Logan.
Hit that man's music.
I got nothing to say about Logan. Like, I'm not a fan of the Paul brothers. I'm not a fan of like how they do shit. I'm not a fan, like, whatever.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, kudos to you. Get your points, sweep up your M's, and be on your way. Cause we got real wrestling to get to.
Preach on it.
The future's looking real bright without him. You think WWE is gonna change just because he came and then left? Not really. Don't think so. But hey, they kudos to him. It's his freaking birthday. He's got a match on WrestleMania. Kudos to him. That's lit.
Yeah.
That would be a nice gift for me.
Listen, I take the Sweet Chin music any day. Pay me, swing me like a couple of $100K. Let me take a Sweet Chin music on my birthday at WrestleMania in LA. Hell yeah.
Gladly.
The question
Benny?
is, are you going to take the one that Shelton Benjamin took?
Listen, I will take whatever Sweet Chin music they're willing to pay me for.
Even the Goldberg.
I will take the Goldberg one because I ain't coming back. So I'm good. I can just get surgery and I can live the rest of my life. I ain't gotta come back.
You don't want to end up like, a lot of people that end up the way they do when they get hurt with Goldberg.
Or actually,
last time Goldberg kicked somebody, he ruined Bret Hart's career.
That man still ain't forgave him.
nah,
Nope. I wouldn't either.
I wouldn't. I'm petty.
Still won't, and I don't blame him.
Man,
Benny,
listen.
are we looking at chaos, Benny, or
No. We not yet. Not
Not
yet.
yet. Okay.
Not yet. This is not my this is not my. I'm about to piss Jay off real quick. This is not my Will Levis to the Ravens pick. This is definitely a Seth Rollins. We are just going to keep this sweep going. I don't think we've disagreed on the match just yet. But yeah, like technically, because if you look at the position that Sammy was in last WrestleMania, he was losing to Johnny Knoxville and the rest of the Jackass crew. So it's like you can't sit up here and like legitimately say that Seth will not recover if he does lose. But I don't see it happening.
Big difference. In those celebrity matches where wrestlers lost, the celebrity was the babyface.
Mm-hmm.
There's never been a celebrity heel to win at WrestleMania against one of the top babyfaces.
Not one-on-one.
Exactly, and this is a 1v1. So
Yeah.
Why won't they do that?
Yeah, because every time a celebrity comes, everyone loves them, but they just happen to grab the one guy that is able to get nuclear heat because naturally he is bottom feeding trash. So you literally can put any wrestler against this man and it's easy to create a babyface. Like at this point, if Taka Michinoku was in this match, I'd be going for Taka. Knowing that he probably lose, I still root for Taka. That's
Are you pulling for Baron Corbin?
I will bang the table for Baron Corbin.
I'll take it in the days for Baron Corbin.
Listen, I will bang the table for Happy Corbin against this man. Give me Happy Corbin.
That character.
He said Happy Corbin.
I
Happy
hated
Corbin
that
before
character.
I will ever root
So did
for
I.
Corbin over Happy Corbin.
I love King Corbin though.
King Corbin.
Listen, they ruined his music with the King crap. That's all I'm gonna say. If they would have just kept his music and not put the little yin yin in the middle of it, then fine. Mm-hmm. Let this man grow his hair back. Give me the Lone Wolf Corbin. Yep. Like they ruined the Lone Wolf Corbin, and they ruined that group that had that racist dude that got them all fired. I don't remember what the heck the name of the group was.
Damn.
Forgotten Sons.
Forgotten Sons, yeah.
They just called them up and did a Sons of Anarchy thing with Lone Wolf Corbin. They'd probably still be a faction now. Now, granted, unfortunately, I don't think Wesley's ever going to come back to wrestling, and that's unfortunate. But like for that moment, they could have turned them into a mega tag team. And Vince, of course, fumbled the bag worse than Des Bryant supposedly caught that ball.
caught. He caught. Wait, what?
The infamous, is it a catch? Is it not a catch? This was definitely a fumble.
Wait, what?
Yeah. All right. So this is pretty much everybody's going with Seth on this one.
Seth freaking Rollins, baby.
I hope they take the freaking out his name. I'm sorry. Like, I get people can use it, but like putting it on like the Titantron is just corny to me. Like, you can call him Seth freaking Rollins, but for his moniker to be Seth freaking Rollins was trash.
They only do it because it's the only excuse. Well, I mean, not that it excuses kids at all anyway, because I know even when I was a kid, and I wouldn't curse in front of my parents, but I would curse when I was with friends and stuff. But it gives the kids a commercial way to say, like freaking, like Seth freaking Rollins. We got 5-year-olds, 4-year-olds screaming Seth freaking Rollins, and then I remember
maybe it's just because
my grandfather telling me, "What you say?" Like, you know what I mean?
Listen, maybe it's just because we grew up in the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
Where there were literal breastises on screen in the middle of a regular Monday night.
Ass cheeks. Saying
freaking was like that was like that's the lowest form of we're gonna be bad.
Yeah, between DS.
That's like I'm gonna have whole milk instead of almond milk. Like that's what that sounds like.
All right. Going to the 6-woman tag team match. You got Damage Control versus Becky, Lita, and Trish.
That's crazy.
I don't get this one. I don't get this one because it's I would prefer the titles be on the line in this one. Just to have something for there,
I have to say this is one of those times I can truly agree that I do not care about this match. I don't care. I'm more concerned or focused on the angle that could possibly be set up here, because I think Trish is going to go to heel Trish, Stratisfaction Becky, and then that's how they lose the match to set up Becky versus Trish at SummerSlam or at TLC. And then you have Lita in the middle trying to keep the peace, which ultimately causes them to lose the titles again. But to whom? I don't know. Because there really isn't any female tag teams. So, I don't know how they get the titles off of them. But I think this is just to set up Trish versus Becky at a future pay-per-view.
I can see that angle. I could totally see that angle because all I'm hearing is heel Trish this, heel Trish that every now and then. And not for nothing. Trish growing up, watching wrestling, was one of my girls. Trish and Lita were always it, and I could never pick between the two. But Trish, she was so nasty at being a heel. Like, she didn't even have to try. And I'm like, I can't think of the last time we actually saw heel Trish. So, but to see her now, cocky Hall of Famer heel Trish, kind of want to see what that would be like if they do it right. But otherwise, I like he said, I don't care about this match that much. But they might make us care with what happens towards the end, depending on the results. So that's where I'm at. But as far as who wins, doesn't matter to me.
I don't think I'm going to care regardless of what happens at the end of this match. Who I'm picking is based solely on who's in the match and how Damage Control has actually been treated since they came up at SummerSlam last year. It has not been like anything good. So, and to be completely honest with you, I think tonight is actually the end of Damage Control. I think they're done. Although Bailey apparently does not want it to end whatsoever, I think she wants to add people to it. I'm still going with Becky and the Legends on this one. I'm thinking they can set the Trish heel turn afterwards. They can, there's if I remember correctly, I believe it's that there's 13 matches between both nights, and night one has the 7th match. So, like, the prevailing thought is just like, all right, we're still the women's tag team champions. How about we have one more match? go over to the other night and then defend their titles against whoever comes out of that the women's showcase match. And then you strap the titles to them with that heel turn. So it's like I said, it's possible either way that they do it either tonight or they do it tomorrow or hell they do it on Raw. Doesn't matter. I don't think Damage Control's winning this match at all. So
are we all in agreement? Is Becky and the Legends winning this match then?
yep.
Sure. Let's go with that. I don't care, but sure.
I was gonna say you could put me in the middle.
Like no contest, I guess.
Yeah, man. This one, like I don't know why it just doesn't appeal to me. And I love Trish and Lita. That's the crazy thing. Like it should be drawing me to like want to watch this match because these are the girls that we watched that paved the way in the midst of like where the China was and then going into from Divas era and all that. Like I don't know, man. I guess we can go with Becky and the Legends. I guess
I'm actually way more interested in this women's match than I am in that women's match. Like
for real.
That's the ladder match.
For real.
Yeah. Just because I want to see what they do with this Laura Valkyrie chick, because I know she can go. Woo.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Let's go on to.
I'm still here. I'm just fixing something real quick.
Yeah. All right, let's go on to the one that some of us, if not all of us, have been waiting for.
Oh yeah.
The father versus son, the legacy
yeah.
match.
Blood versus blood.
Father versus son.
This should be
Padre.
the first blood match.
This should be all right. I'll say what I gotta say for the storyline. Okay, who wants to go first on this one?
I'll take it.
All right, go ahead. Wait, are we going chaos here? Are we going chaos?
I don't know. It depends on what y'all feel is chaos.
All right, go ahead.
Like legitimately, I lie to you not. I think there's a couple of the matches that are on the card, like between both nights, that are actually making me like a little iffy or whatever. Until last night, this was one of them. I was so like back and forth, being like, all right, are they going to give it to Dom? Are they going to is Ray going to hesitate, to take Dom out because like, all right, it's still my son.
Mm-hmm.
The formation of the LWO last night solidified that Rey Mysterio is winning this match for me. I don't think that you can form a new faction, especially one with a legendary moniker like that, and then have its de facto leader lose like immediately.
Yeah,
that's a bad look. So I got Rey Mysterio on this one. They can take it down to they can take it down to Puerto Rico and Backlash, and they'll have Bad Bunny join the LWO too.
Bad Bunny with the LWO.
that would be quite the sight.
You think they're gonna do that and have that shirt sell like crazy?
That would be quite the sight.
Hey, you know what? It makes sense. I'm not gonna lie. Business wise, merch wise, it sells.
Mm-hmm.
It sells. Especially because he can literally, if they have a match, he could literally do the intro.
Mm-hmm.
He has enough songs for an intro for them.
I mean, hell, licensing would be hell, but let him create a song for him.
I don't think the license would be an issue because of the fact that it's just for the show, and because of what that will mean for the people in Puerto Rico, not just the LWO, but Bad Bunny hosting it and then Bad Bunny doing the intro. There's so much there at stake that can make it so much better. And if they let him do it how he wants within the confines of how WWE does the stuff, it could be a good one, a good intro, if not a great one. You know what I mean? Depending on the stage and how they go with the stage and all that stuff.
Oh no, I was talking like going like full on with it, like have him do the actual theme for the LWO.
Oh, that part.
Yeah.
Oh, I can see that, but again, like you said, it would have to be one of his.
Yeah, I was
an original
licensing would end up being a problem.
Yeah. All right. So I'll go next.
Sorry, guys.
No, you're good. You're good.
Having technical issues here.
It's okay. We all parents seem to be having
At
it.
least I'm not frozen, but I'm trying to work.
Thanks.
I'm sorry, I had to, Paul. I'm sorry.
My camera's so bad I had to have it off. I think I figured it out for tomorrow, but yeah. So going on this one, I would have preferred if this one had some stake at it, like Ray's mask and maybe something for Dominic. I don't know, but I will say this: they did a hell of a job in carrying this into the Hall of Fame show last night because what happened was when like everybody stood up when Ray came in, right? When they introduced him, everybody stood up, everybody was clapping. The only one sitting down was Judgment Day. They did not stand up, they just sat there. Dominic didn't even look at his father for the fact that that had to be hard on the night that your father's getting inducted to the Hall of Fame. And you know you want to be there for your dad, but you have to play this character through and through. That had to be hard. So I commend him for doing that. You know what I mean?
Shout
And
out.
and then the fact that they had him walk out right before he gave his speech, that had to suck inside of him. It had to hurt. But the fact that he's actually willing to do all this to maintain character and to continue the storyline, I give him a bunch of kudos. Now, what I believe they should have done to take this over the edge to push him further was if he had said something towards like, "Hey, I wish Eddie Guerrero had won that match for my birthrights instead of you."
Ooh, ooh, spicy. Spicy meat the bone.
That would have been like, wow. That would have like made everybody's jaw drop. Like, everybody like, what? And then it's like, what are they talk about? It would literally have flooded more internet traffic to their site, or if you have the subscription to look at what he's talking about. So that they missed, I think they missed that mark, but I don't know if they did it on purpose just because they didn't want to go into Eddie Guerrero too much. But if they had done that, that would have been like a smack in the face, you know, because he was already saying like, you're a bad father, you're this, you left us, all that stuff. Um, but I see this one has to be Ray. Like, again, I agree with you, Benny. I think because of the formation of LWO, you cannot have him lose the day afterwards. It would make no sense. If he does, then LWO turns heel. Then there's no way they're going to stay face after that. So if he loses, it's gonna be tough. All right, I'm going with it. Here we go. Dominic wins. LWO tries to protect Ray, but at the end, I think there's a new member that comes into play for the Judgment Day. And I think LWO turns on Ray because he lost. But they keep the name. Like, they'll literally take the shirt off him or whatever it is, but they will keep the name. And I could see them going as far as probably taking the mask off of him, just ripping it off, just kind of protecting his face. But still, like, to the fact where it's demeaning him, where they rip the mask off. And maybe, I don't know. I'm still iffy on it. You could have Dominic going like, okay, that's too much, and going in to protect his father. But I don't see them reconciling because it's too much. So I'm going with Dominic winning this, and then LWO turning on Ray and turning heel. Literally the day after they just came about.
Someone boo this man.
No, actually, you know what? Better yet.
I'm not gonna boo
This
him.
fucking
He
guy.
invited me on the show. I ain't gonna boo him.
All right.
I had to change my angle up because I'm trying to make sure shit's charging. So sorry, y'all.
Nah, no worries.
Can you still see the belt at least?
Yeah, I think so, right?
Okay. As long as you can still see the belt.
You wanna go next?
I'll go next. If anybody else doesn't have anything else to say. All right. Rey Mysterio, enough said. If you look at from the moment they took Dom in, like, and brought him in and made him a star. Remember the first night he got beat with a stick? Who is it that did that to him? one of the first matches he was in. It was a solo match, and they beat the crap out of Dom.
Oh, it was
Just
Edge.
Ed, there you go. So by then, that's right, because it was revenge for him acting stupid with his dad. He was starting the inklings of it. I remember thinking to myself, like, holy cow, this kid. If he's willing to take that kind of a beating on his first go round, Lord knows where he can go years from now. And from that time up until now, we've seen Dom grow. Like, there's no denying that. Regardless of the storyline and who you agree with and whose side you're on, father, son, whichever, Dominic is a future star, which we briefly spoke about a little bit before we started. And I love Rey Mysterio. There's so much good history with him. He's given us so many good years of such good, awesome matches, like 5 stars. And he's the little man that did extraordinary things. But there's a new Mysterio in town, y'all. There's a new Mysterio in town, and his name is Dom. His name is Dominic Mysterio, and he's coming. He's rising, and the minute that they had him join Judgment Day, I said, this is it. He's arrived. He's coming. He's coming. And he's a little punk. He's doing that little punk shit, that little punk role, whatever, like kind of like the Austin Theory, the little Logan Paul, the guy, he got that, you know what I mean? But when this kid keeps on going and becomes workhorse and carries the legacy that his father is now going to be carrying onto him, and he also looks like Eddie every freaking week, the way he sat there in that Hall of Fame and not looked at his father, which was probably one of the most intense things I've seen. Because, like you said, Paul, imagine how hard that's got to be. Like, the psychology of it. Like, you're really father and son, but you got to play like you hate each other. But you can't, and you got to play like you can't be happy for your dad. You know what I'm saying? Like, he gets into that character, that heel, so good, so well, and he eats it up every time. And just having Rhea Ripley and all of them by his side just amplifies it even more. Now, as far as what I think is going to happen in this match, maybe Dom, I feel like it'll be too soon for heel Dom to turn back and, help his father. I think that they should stretch out heel Dom a little bit more. I don't want to see him kind of help his dad in any way. It has to be strong. Look at the way they ended it at WrestleMania 10 when Bret Hart beat Yokozuna and everybody came out and Owen was outside of the ring like, what about me? You know what I'm saying? They didn't necessarily reunite or rekindle anything. There was still heat, and it went on to other things. I feel like just because Rey Mysterio's in the Hall of Fame now doesn't mean that this might be his last match. I feel like we could get like a 3-round Dom father-son thing story to stretch out the year. I don't know why I feel that way, but that's just something that I think that they should do. But I'm Team Dom. I'm sorry. I love Rey Mysterio and he's a Hall of Famer, but there's a new sheriff in town and he's gonna be a monster. He's gonna be a monster. So I feel like Dom's gonna come out on top. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
See, I knew we was going to be cool when you first jumped on here, man. See, I knew you. See, me and you, right? We right here. Not these two bozos. First of all, let me start off saying this. Number one, the LWO is not a faction forming. It is a nostalgia pop for WrestleMania.
Yes, and they
are not recreating the LWO for a long-term run. Stop that. Mm-hmm. Second of all, at what point does Rey Mysterio winning this match help anybody? Rey has said since his son started wrestling, he wants to put his son in the best position possible to be a star. The best way to do that is for him to lose his match. Mm-hmm. Third of all, the LWO in its best has never been a face faction. It's always been a heel faction. So the only way for the LWO to even be remotely successful is for them to be heels. The only way Legado del Fantasma has ever been successful is for them to be heels. The only thing I can think of is, at what point is Judgment Day over? That is my ultimate question. Because if Rhea wins the singles championship, and I got you, I'm gonna send it back. Don't get me wrong, I'm setting you up. I'm gonna send it back. I got you.
I got you.
At what point is the Judgment Day over? Because Damian Priest needs to be a main event star. Rhea's gonna be a main event star. Rhea is the literal second coming of China at this point. And Finn is just going to be Finn. Finn's always going to be Finn, but Finn's also an older guy. And unless Finn wins the title anytime soon, there's nothing else he can really do. The way I see it is the natural successor for the LWO would be Dom. I get Santos Escobar is there, but you can literally set up a match for any of the next 3 pay-per-views for Dom to actually win the LWO. And have him and Rhea run the LWO going forward, if you're going to make it a faction. Right now, to me, it's a nostalgia pop. So I don't know why we're even taking that into consideration. And if they're going to do it long term, it's not going to be a face faction. It's going to be a heel faction. And the biggest heel faction right now is Judgment Day. And the one thing that Eddie Guerrero would always do is right now they're a collective. They're not really like, there's no leader, but we all know Finn Balor's the leader. The most Eddie Guerrero thing Dom can do is be like, nah, I'm good. I can do this on my own, and take over the LWO and have his own faction with Rhea and turn on Finn and have Finn be an Edge's role.
Yeah,
It
but
doesn't
here's the thing with that is you can plug Priest in there too.
I mean, you could have the whole faction turn on Finn.
And you can have Joaquin Wilde do.
You just want him gone. You just want him gone. This is a you thing, Paul, because he's not actually Hispanic.
He's not, bro.
This is you. Stop
Spanish
acting like this isn't your personal booking because you want an all Spanish faction. I
Heck
understand.
yeah! It's called LWO.
Just as much as anybody.
It's LWO, Latino World Order. My man is not Latino. His Spanish is worse than a no sabo kid.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Yo, they're really gonna do this.
Yes,
they're really gonna do it.
Yes, they're doing
They're gonna put the strap on her. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
I'm changing the angle. so you don't see. It's about
Let's go! Let's go! Indy Hartwell is the new NXT Women's Champion, ladies and gentlemen.
Damn, about time.
Gee.
All that work she put.
Oh, it's Index, baby.
Index is back, baby.
I got that T-shirt. I love that. Oh, that's so good for her.
It's about time, bro. They've been holding on to this for the longest. It's about
Benny,
time.
Yeah,
you're live. You say thumbs up.
You do that shit.
Let's go. Let's go. That was a hell of a match too.
That's what's
hell
up.
of a match, hell of a finish.
That was really good. Oh my god, I kept looking
that was
back.
A hell of a
breaking
match.
My neck.
I'll probably watch that
Oh,
later.
that's what happened. JCJ showed up. Okay, so they're gonna finish that. They're gonna keep going.
That's gonna be nasty. That's gonna be nasty.
Yeah, they're gonna keep going till SummerSlam. Got it. Cool.
Yeah.
Because I knew they wasn't gonna put the strap on Gigi. It's too early.
So to
go back to this.
To piggyback off of Judgment Day. I know one way Judgment Day can end.
What's that?
If Rhea gets that belt.
And
because she's gonna be bigger than all of them. She already is.
Yep.
And
think about it.
Speaking of,
that's the next match. Okay.
Let's get right into it.
So yeah, my pick is Dom. By the way.
Dom.
Benny's the only one that went with Ray.
Yep. Dom.
Okay, so here, what do you guys think about this one, Jay?
This is gonna be.
If she don't come out as Majin Vegeta, I'm gonna be tight. If Rhea don't drop the Majin Vegeta, I'm gonna be hella mad. That's it.
That's one thing I did forget to mention in the beginning about WrestleMania. Like, I always look forward to the entrances and the costumes and what they're gonna wear. Like, I love the effect of all of it. But Rhea's got to come out as Majin Vegeta. Both of them need to give me a look.
Well, probably gonna do something royal that we've seen a million times. Nothing's gonna beat though her entrance on the throne. That's the problem. Is that she can't have too big of an entrance because it's gonna be like it's gonna look super heel.
Her coming out on the chopper was pretty hot, and I was there for that.
That was.
That's boss shit. Okay.
What they need to do, honestly, is just pay whatever studio Dragon Ball Z belongs to, and we need that monologue that Vegeta has to Supreme Kai about Goku, about the fact that like this man saved my life a couple of times, and he's still disrespecting me like a child. Like I need that somewhere as like a setup, and I need her to come out as Majin Rhea.
Sick.
And then she needs to win. She needs to win this match. Like if she doesn't win this match, what was all this for?
So if she needs to win, that's your pick, right?
Yeah, Rhea's my pick, 100%. I think Charlotte only came back in the way that she did because no one wants to see Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania. Let's keep it a stack. Charlotte is really she's the final boss for Rhea. Like Rhea's beaten just about everybody else. She's the final boss. And like you need to right Vince McMahon's wrong with that NXT debacle that he had to fix in your house because of the tomfoolery that Vince decided to do.
Did he fix
Rhea needs to win this one, and she needs to win this one definitively. Like, no BS, no shenanigans. She needs to win this one definitively.
Yeah, if only the camera was working, you'd see me tapping my pen on that damn camera.
I know. We doing that again? We bring
because you have to remember, who does Charlotte sell for? Nobody.
Charlotte definitely does. Okay, first of all, we're not going to disrespect Charlotte like she ain't come back. I don't know what Andrade done said to her or what she done did, but she's come back actually selling and actually putting over a lot of really good younger talent. Okay, she's not all about herself anymore. And you see the change, you see the difference, you see in the way she speaks. She's matured to a point where she understands for the good of storytelling and even for the good of her winning all the time doesn't help her. On top of that, she is in her babyface mode. And in order for her to get back to where she really was and where she's untouchable again, she needs to lose. Because we need to build back up.
She needs to reinvent herself again.
Yeah, she needs to reinvent herself. She's been the same character for like 10 years.
And she's totally going to do that. Because we all remember a couple years back when they were supposed to be in Tampa, Rhea got robbed, COVID and all that crap happened, whatever that was. And then they had never had their match. They never got to them. But this is so much better, and this is worth the wait because this is full Rhea Ripley heel. When she came through for her first appearance on Judgment Day, all black, I screamed. I was like, this
is Rhea. Shit. Yeah, this is the one we've been waiting for.
She's not here to play. Now she's serious. She's not here to play. Charlotte has always been a no nonsense, no bullshit wrestler. She is that chick. She is the queen. She is ill. She is a flair. Need I say more? But Rhea has to win, and I want Rhea to win. I pick Rhea. I love Charlotte, but I pick Rhea, and I think this is going to lead to eventually Charlotte moving back to Raw. If depending on what happens between Bianca and Asuka, she might go to Raw and face one of them and keep fucking accumulating them championships like her dad, because she is a flair and she's the queen. But Rhea Ripley, pick.
All right, Benny, are you gonna have chaos or not on this one?
Well, you guys know how much of a devout Charlotte Flair fan that I am, right?
Hey, where's the gabagool?
Ooh, I like this.
I don't know if I could. I don't know if the actual sarcasm came across with that one, but you guys know how much of a Charlotte Flair fan I am. But all right, anyway, respect the game, respect the player. I'm not sitting up here, acting like anything other than a Rhea Ripley win here is acceptable. You need to right that wrong from WrestleMania 36, and I don't think like you're going to end up tonight with a situation where you're trying to put out there that you have a face heel dynamic with Charlotte as your face and Rhea Ripley as a heel. It's not going to go over like that. You're going to be looking at Hogan Rock levels of crowd telling you who is the face and who is the heel in this
Mhm.
match.
Yep.
And this is one I'm really looking forward to it. And it's not something like I these guys will tell you, honey. I think Charlotte Flair matches are very formulaic. Like I said, I respect her as a performer. I respect her as a character. Everything that she does. Right. Outside of Charlotte, I love Ashley. The problem is Charlotte matches to me are very, very like regimented. And I know that all of the time I'm going to be sitting there looking at the screen like, why is this woman taking 97.8% of this match when she's supposed to be putting somebody over? And it gets on my nerves. But in this situation right here, I'm looking forward to this just because of the fact that Rhea is about as nuclear hot as you could actually get.
Yeah.
And they absolutely need to strap this rocket to her and let her run with it.
Please.
Get this girl the ball, man.
So you going? You going? You going Rhea?
Huh? Oh, no, I'm going to show up. No, I'm fucking with you. I'm going Rhea.
I was gonna say after all that, really. I was gonna say after all that, he still chose Charlotte. But yeah, and then if Rhea wins, I see the end of Judgment Day because I see it her being a star. She's obsessed with that. She's been saying that a lot. I feel like that could get to her head.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then her and Dom could go off and be like China and Eddie Guerrero on their own. You know what I mean? Like he could just be the little punk kid that hide behind his bodyguard woman. You know, but
yeah.
I don't know. It could go either way. Who knows? They might even say last minute Charlotte gets it. Like you never know.
Okay.
Yeah, with the way it's set up right now, it wouldn't surprise me. But like, it's the wrong move if they do it that way.
Here's the thing.
Absolutely.
Here's the thing. This is why I'm going to go with this. I'll explain why. If the way we're picking, if this is the correct order of the matches, right? One of two things, and this is going to lead to the next match. Either Rhea wins and the Usos retain, or Charlotte wins and Sammy and KO win. The reason why I say that is if Rhea wins, the emotional toll that's going to take on the fans, they will not be ready and you will not get a proper response if KO and Sammy win because they'll be emotionally drained already. There's not going to be a pop for them. So the winner of this match will prove to you the winner of the following match, which is this one. Unfortunately,
that's true.
You really underestimate the crowd, bro. Like you really seriously think that because one loss, we're gonna anticipate that you're gonna have a hot crowd for the next one. If Rhea wins, everyone's still gonna be so hot because it's like, okay, if Rhea won, that means Kevin and what's his face are gonna win.
No, remember this. Remember that match? What was that? I think it was it Taker and Shawn Michaels? Was it Taker and Triple H?
No, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about Taker and Shawn Michaels at 25.
Yeah, the crowd was drained. They had nothing left for the main event match, which was another good match as it was.
Well, here's your question on how you can actually resolve this and have everybody happy at the end of it. Whoever does not main event does not need to be your sub main event.
Right, but here's the thing though.
You move that match to the middle of the card.
Here's the question with this one. The concern with this one is if Charlotte retains, that crowd is going to be heated. Like this is the way the order of it is. They are screwed because of this match right here. We all agree. Rhea Ripley has nuclear, like a nuclear face. She's got everything on her right now. The spotlight is heavy on her, just like it is on the bloodline and everything there. Okay. Plus, it's Charlotte. She has not been able to beat Charlotte. That's like her kryptonite. Anytime that belt's on the line, like it's a wrap. If she wins this, and the fans want this, the crowd is going to be, the pop is going to be crazy. They're going to need at least 10 minutes for the crowd to calm down. Plus, you don't think they want Sammy and KO? The crowd doesn't want Sammy and KO to win and beat the Usos?
Of course they do.
That's going to be a lot. So if this match was in the middle, I would be like, all right, Rhea wins this one, and then boom, boom, boom. Usos drop the belts as well.
I'm gonna keep it real with you.
At home?
I don't care if the Usos drop the belt. So like, I'd much rather this happen than the Usos drop the belt. The Usos dropping the belt don't mean nothing to me.
Yeah,
It
but
don't. I'm gonna keep it real. The Usos dropping the belt, like you can still do what you're gonna do tomorrow night with the Usos having a belt or not. Like they can either all lose the belt or they can lose the belt to TLC for all I care in a ladder match where they don't have to take a pin. That also makes sense to me.
yeah. So with this one, I'm unfortunately going with Charlotte retaining. I just
See,
don't.
this is
I
what I'm
just.
No,
talking about. This is exactly what I
that's
warned you
not.
about. I told you. This is the negativity I'm telling you about. He does this all the time, bro.
because
He
because
does
they're
this all the
because
time.
because they're betting more. If this is the order, they're betting more on the emotion they'll get with Sammy and KO winning, which is going to be my pick for the next one. On that one, unfortunately, if they had put this earlier in the card, they could have had it correctly, where Rio wins this and still have the Sammy and KO winning, and still get the emotional pop that they want from both those matches. But when you have them back to back, it's going to be difficult. If they do it, great. Like I want Rio to win it, but it's just I don't know. It's the way I'm thinking about it. I just unfortunately I hate to say it, but it's just
They
I think
couldn't
this
do
one's
it.
gonna
They
go.
couldn't do this anywhere but the main event because of the backlash of them only like having certain women main event WrestleMania and they're not having a lot of female main events. The best compromise they could have had because the Bloodline storyline is so hot is a co-main event. You
Oh yeah,
couldn't put this anywhere else.
No.
You couldn't.
no, because they didn't like I said, if they had built the Ray and Dominic a little bit, like if Dominic had said, like I said, if Dominic had said, I wish Eddie had won that match for my rights, for my paternal rights more than instead of you, that probably could have put it into the co-main event over this one because they didn't do much with this match. You know what I mean?
You didn't need to. This match wrote itself.
Oh, I know it does. There's so much history here. I just think that if it was, if this went on and then it was Ray and Dominic and then it was the Usos, I think we would get what we want. But I think it's because if this is the order, unfortunately, I don't think we're not going to get what we want. What we want is we want Rhea to win. We want Usos to drop the belt.
This nigga completely missed them. How do you miss that spot?
So I'm going with Charlotte on this one.
Wow.
How you
Wow.
mess
Yes.
that spot up, bro?
I'm breaking hearts. Sorry.
The camera. Ain't got nothing to do with you. I already know you sorry. Ain't got nothing to do with you.
And now
Bro,
for the main
had
event.
the crazy spot set up and
was
and they
trash.
just completely whiffed on this spot.
They flopped that. That was bad.
No.
Like you can't have that camera angle and then do that spot and miss.
He literally just
He jumped past them
Whee!
and like elbow checked one of them. Like what?
Barely though. Barely. It was
Like,
great.
fam,
Yeah.
come on. That was y'all playing it too safe now. Like,
Yeah.
no.
All right.
Anyway,
Main event time. So on this one,
I'm
like I was saying, this one I see Sammy and KO winning to get the emotion out of the whole Bloodline Sammy feud with KO. And I think because of the fact that the Bloodline storyline is ending with the destruction of them, this has to take place where they have to drop the belts. You can't have them holding on. That's the way I look at it. So
Why is that though? Why do you feel like you can't do that?
Yeah, you're frozen, Jay. I see you frozen. Anybody else, Jay, frozen?
Oh yeah, he's frozen. Shit.
Yeah, because the thing is, what makes them so powerful and so like on top of everybody is because they literally like all the main belts.
Mm.
If Solo had the IC and the US, it would have put a lock on everything. But if they lose the belts, like I said this before, if they lose the belts and then Roman loses his, they have nothing. So what are they? There's the faction that had everything and lost everything. It would be weird if they keep their belts and Roman loses his. It will be strange and there'll be more strain to it. And then maybe you can still continue with the separation of the faction from there. But I know Roman wants to take some time off, and he's be gone till SummerSlam.
Wait, who the hell is that? Who the hell was that?
That's Jay White. No, I'm kidding. I'm not watching. So I think this is Sammy and KO winning this one, stripping the titles away from the Usos.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Who's coming back? Who we going to next?
You next.
Okay, I can come next. I don't know what just happened here. I don't even know who that is, but I am going to be that girl and say that I disagree, Paul. I think
Sorry, I got sucked to the shadow realm real quick.
there
My
he
bad.
is. No worries. I think when it comes to Sammy and Kevin, I feel like the way you explained the way Jay explained about the LWO pop for the fans, for the nostalgia. I feel like that's what they're doing with Sammy and Kevin. The reason why is because I think that the Usos are going to retain, not only because that they're going to win, but I think that it's going to happen in a way where we see something a little kind of old school that we've kind of seen before. But Kevin never has mentioned anything about Sammy from when he kicked him. Kevin has shown a lot of restraint for someone who always wants to fight lately. I see Kevin Owens betraying Sammy because he owed him one. Like, dude, I didn't forget that you kicked me in my face for loyalty for friends that ain't even yours when I've been your friend this whole time. It's no shade. So for that specific one main specific factor, like out of nowhere, Sammy just comes out like, bro, I'm sorry, I love you. We all know sorries and I love yous in reality don't happen and aren't valid without changed behavior. Sammy still is very flip-floppy and he's always still trying to counsel the Usos and all that stuff. And Kevin Owens just wants to get rid of everybody. He wants Roman. And I feel like Kevin is owed another one against Roman. If Roman is keeping this belt. But we're going into night 2 tomorrow, so I don't want to go into that too deep. But Usos for me.
Same. It just makes too much sense now for the Usos to retain and for the result tomorrow to flip. And because what is the one thing Roman keeps saying? To be relevant, you gotta have gold. But what happens when Roman doesn't have gold, but the Usos do? Who's really the tribal chief here? Not to mention, you set up a rematch between Street Profits and the Usos, and you give Street Profits that win. Then you can drag this out to the next pay-per-view or even to TLC, where you can have this same group plus the Usos have a fatal 5-way TLC match, old school, and they don't have to get pinned. They can just lose. They don't have to get pinned. And you can even have Roman cost the Usos the title.
And what's the name of the next pay-per-view?
Backlash.
There's always got to be a backlash, y'all.
Telling you. The Usos winning now to me make too much sense. And Kevin flipping on Sammy. Tale as old as time.
I feel like Kevin will flip on Sammy. Give me the Shawn Michaels.
Yes.
Kick in the face.
Yep. Give me the I'm sorry, I love you. Kick to the face.
Give me, or even when Shawn came back after injury and Triple H turned on him. Give me that.
Yep.
Oh, we're going with the we give you what you want in the Rio match, and they will take away and break your hearts completely in the other match.
Yep.
Exactly. And that's how you make it work, because that's why Rhea's gonna win.
Because again, they're like, oh, you destroyed Sammy, you did this, you did that, but you keep Sammy's name in everybody's mouth because now everybody's looking at what's next for Sammy, what's gonna happen with Sammy, and you put Sammy on like this you completely flip him babyface, so he's like this monster babyface. So by the time you do whatever the hell you want to do with the world title, hell, you can put the world title on Kevin at the Royal Rumble. Because let's face it, we don't need Cody to have a 3-year reign. You can have Cody lose it at Survivor Series for all we care. You just need Cody to win at WrestleMania. Like, you don't need a long reign. You can just have him be a player, and that's fine. And you can have a monster heel because, again, this creates Kevin as a monster heel. You have another monster heel in this whole...
Heel Kevin always appealed better to me.
Yeah, face Kevin is just, he's an anti-hero.
He's just there.
Yeah,
he's like a bootleg Stone Cold.
Yeah, and it's like everyone knows Stone Cold was way better when he's a heel. Even if you want to cheer for him, he's still a heel, and he's still gonna let you know he's a heel. This is Stone Cold 101. And then on top of that, you create Sammy to have a babyface run, the lights that we haven't seen since a young Shawn Michaels. Like, Sammy now immediately has motivation to chase Kevin into the main event scene. He has beef with Roman, who's going to be in and out of it. He's going to have a gripe with Cody.
Because there's already hints of it everywhere.
And then you drop in Austin Creed. That's a fantasy booking thing for me. Anyway, you drop in Austin Theory, and wham bam, thank you, ma'am. There's your main event scene. And then you still have Damian, you still have Dom, you still have Finn Balor, you still have Montez, you still have guys that are like right there.
Karrion Kross.
You still have Karrion Kross. Like, you have so many guys that are. You still have Gunther, who you can take the title off now and set up for way down the line.
Oh, he'll be in a main event next year. Watch,
bro. He can win the Royal Rumble next year.
Definitely.
So, I mean, to me, you gain more from Sammy losing than you do from him winning. Because, again, they win, so what? Then they turn... Like, you're just going to do the turn on Raw anyway and have them drop the titles the next night anyway. So, like, why not just give the Usos, specifically Jay, the upper hand on Roman?
Main event.
And then you really get a main event Uso where all that shoving in the face, all that stupidness that he was doing to Jay now comes back to him. Like, wait, hold on. You ain't got no titles. You ain't putting no money up. You ain't feeding the family no more. So who got the titles? We're feeding the family. So what are you doing? And it causes Roman to have a psychotic break where he completely loses it.
The drama. The drama.
I'm going with the Usos.
Benny?
Pure, unadulterated, unfiltered agenda. I personally need Sami Zayn's story wrapped up now.
I haven't heard that.
I listen and I hear everything that Jay is saying. Jay took what I was actually going to say as my reason for chaos if I was going to go that way. I'm going with Sammy and KO, like I said, because I need that story wrapped up. I need a bow put on that. I'm personally on that side where it's just like, you had all of this build-up. You have to have a payoff for Sammy and Jay. On the other end, as Jay was saying before, you had Roman drop the title tomorrow night. That's a really interesting storyline if the Usos are still tag team champions. That is very intriguing. Because I could almost see them still trying to look up to him as quote unquote the tribal chief.
Mm-hmm.
And him just being so unhinged at the fact that he doesn't have his titles anymore, that he himself is the reason that the bloodline falls apart.
Self-destruction. The self-destruction of the Roman Empire.
I could really see it.
Love that.
But again, my agenda is that I need a bow on Sami Zayn. Right now, my agenda is outweighing my desire to see what happens if Roman does not have a title and the Usos do. So I gotta sit up here and I gotta stick with Sami and KO.
Understood, but I'm ready to light the whole house on fire. Give me unadulterated. Give me Wanda Maximoff chaos magic. Give me the motherfucking dark hole.
I need the drama. I need it.
I need it. Like
because the way they gave me that drama when the way they held, like he held that chair so long before he actually hit Roman. Like I need that because I was sweating watching that, and I was jumping. Like I need drama at the end of it all. But I will say this because I don't want to go into too much of the night 2 matches. I do want to say this one thing real quick. It's really hard to even picture Roman losing when he's close to 1,000 days. As
y'all keep bringing this up, like it's supposed to be.
I'm not saying that he will. I'm just saying it's hard to see him losing when he's on the cusp of yet making history again.
You know why it's so hard? If any of us have worked in the corporate world and actually seen how these management types like these big round numbers, how they can just put out there like there's a t-shirt right there, 1,000 days, and how it is that it just makes them tingle. That's one of the reasons why. And Jay, I will go all the way back to the Royal Rumble. When we were back there having that conversation, we literally had like an hour-long argument on live as to why it was that I was sitting up there on the side that Roman needed to, like Roman was probably going to stay on because he's so close. It's the end of May. It's literally the end of May when he would hit 1,000. And you're never going to get the opportunity again. That's why it's like, it's going to be in the back of everybody's mind at that point where it's just like, are they going to do this? Mm-hmm. Are they going to pull the trigger on Cody, or are they going to pull a rug from up under him?
And if they do, honestly, Roman will be fine. And Roman is going to act his ass off because Roman's acting and growth and mic work since Big Dog and the guy and all that crap, he will be able to act out like someone who has lost control. And he's done it before. Like when he went at Sammy, do you think you're me? Like he went, I was just like, oh, like, woo, child. He a little crazy, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think I want crazy Roman.
Roman eventually. For me, it was that whole he's not feeling Uzi segment. That's when I was just like,
oh my God.
He hit. I was like, yo, Roman hit that point because. Like when Jay was like, I don't care what Tribal Chief said, and he literally timed his head lifting up,
and the pop from the crowd.
Yeah, and then like him keeping his composure because everybody's dying laughing. If you look at that video again, Jimmy's back there hiding his face like this. Oh, you can't see me in the camera because the camera's off. Jimmy's like covering his face. Jay, like right there. Unfortunately, the camera's focused on him, but you see him crack a smile. He's like hiding his face. Everybody's trying to keep his composure. Roman kept his the whole time. Didn't miss a beat.
Nope.
They didn't miss a beat at all.
No. Oh, North American champion action.
Oh, this is 5. Golly.
Tell me there shouldn't have been War Games, bro.
I like the competitors on this one too. Oh, Jesus.
Tell me there shouldn't have been a War Games or a Hell in a Cell or something.
That should have been a Hell in a Cell. War Games. No,
that should have been a Hell in a Cell.
Or give me one of those. Remember? All right. Anybody remember the classic 6-man freaking ladder match?
Armageddon or.
An NXT Black and Gold days, Ricochet, Lars Sullivan, Velveteen Dream. There was a few others. Who else was in there?
Nobody else really matters, but
it was like 6, 7 of those dudes, and they just gave like performance of a lifetime. It was one of the best ladder matches I've seen in NXT. But Wesley is disgusting.
He really is. For somebody who came from like he's just a tag team wrestler to what he is now, like talk about taking the ball and running with it. This man took the Rock and averaged 1,000 yards a season.
Ooh, Dragon Lee's in there. Axiom.
Oh.
Dragon Lee, Axiom, McDonald. This is gonna be a disgusting match.
Yeah.
Bro, the amount of spots that's about to happen right now is they gotta top the women's match. That's the problem.
You have these three. Then you have Dragunov from the outside.
And then you got JD McDonough. Like it's not like everybody here is high spots, just all high spots.
Yeah,
bro. Why is the ref even in the ring? I'm not sitting in the ring with these dudes right now.
Like, there's gonna be a lot of
I'm staying outside.
I'll tell you right now, look at this.
Oh, Dragon.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my
Bro,
god.
how?
Oh my god. It's a
What
video.
the hell was
Oh my
that?
god. Yes, yes, yes.
What the
Oh
hell?
my god, this is so cool. Oh,
It's like he had the turbo button and he just kept pressing it. Chop, chop, chop,
bro,
chop, chop.
come on, don't make it look rehearsed.
Bro,
Oh.
how did you do a reverse like arm drag face plant? Like that was wow. Okay.
I need the sequences to be natural. Like when they do shit like that, I need it to not look like they rehearsed it, and that's how they practiced it. Like, ugh, oh my god. So Usos,
Anyway, sorry.
I guess I'm picking Usos. Did we all pick?
Yeah, we all did. You two went Usos. Me and Bentley went Sammy and KO.
Cause you the twos, and we the ones.
Yeah, y'all are the ones, all right.
This is what I mean. This is what
It's
I mean.
okay. I'm
I
familiar-
needed this in my
I'm
life.
familiar
I'm
with
tired
that
of getting
one,
ganged
'cause-
up on.
I'm familiar with that one finger because my dad looks like Stone Cold and he's bald, and he every now and then he like walk by and he'll just go and just walk. So I'm used to that. I give it back.
Oh man! All right, it was great having you here with us, and we'll be back tomorrow same time with noon. Probably try and get a little earlier. It was a little later than we expected.
Yes,
Technical
with less
difficulties.
technical difficulties. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I'll fix it. Might have to reboot my computer tonight. Any final thoughts before we head out?
I just wanted to say thank you for having me on here, guys. I look forward to doing this again tomorrow. Can't wait. I could do this all day. I love talking shit. I love talking wrestling all day.
Word.
It's been all love. It's been an absolute pleasure. Absolute
guys.
pleasure.
Thank you.
Benny?
I hate you all. You all suck. So you follow me. all I'm saying is I'm sitting up here and I'm hoping that tonight is the kickoff to an amazing WrestleMania.
Yes.
These 2-night manias have
Yes.
been amazing so far,
It's
and I
finally
need
here.
that trend to continue.
Yeah, it's finally here. I unfortunately, really quick, also to add on, I'm not going to be watching live because I'm working till a little late, and I'm running home and watching the repeat on Peacock till however early in the morning, 3 a.m. if I need to catch the fuck up. But I will be set for tomorrow, and I will have everything intact, and I can't wait. I'm excited, y'all.
So go follow her, Wrestling with Honey on IG. She usually does her watch alongs on for Raw. Do you do SmackDown too?
I don't do SmackDown yet. I'm just still
Okay.
It's still Mondays, because Monday's one of my days off, so I just it's easy to do it there.
Okay, follow her on Instagram. She does watch alongs with Raw. And Jay, any final thoughts? Well, I can't wait. The first night of 2 nights, and like Benny said, I agree as well. They've been good with these 2-nighters. I guess they learned from the New York one. You can't have it so long. It's better if you just shorten the amount of matches and make it 2 nights,
Mhm.
and they get more money too because you have 2 events pretty much. Plus, you have to send in the NXT event, so you
Which
have
is
3.
slapping hard.
And
Yeah.
the
Hard
Raw
right
and
now.
then the Raw after that, and then NXT.
Yeah, if you
And
look
then
at
the
it, you
SmackDown
literally
after
have a
that.
lot.
It's beautiful.
So yeah, it's a great weekend for wrestling. Thank you everybody for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, noon. We'll try to be there on time. Thank you everybody. Bye.